Las Vegas Raiders and the Washington Commanders. Here's the former Auburn kicker Daniel Carlson to get this one started. And we are underway from FedEx Field. And solid field position here to start as they get this out to the 40-yard line.
When we spent our time talking to the coaches prior to the game, they emphasized that they wanted a quick start to begin things. Most of the time you think about that on the offensive side of the ball, but in this case, it's the special teams that provide that quick start.
Wentz first play going right to the air. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. A run here for J.D. McKissick. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Throwing is Wentz. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Merritt. And the Raiders are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 46. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Once again, it's Jacobs. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. For it with Jacobs. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. To give it to Jacobs. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, here comes Jacobs, and he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. They go with Jacobs, and he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And the Commanders come through with a 4th down stand. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And their opening drive, that ended with the interception. Fortunate, though, it didn't lead to points.
It didn't lead.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Anthony Everett picks it, and the Raiders will take over possession here at the 44. A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Now a toss to the left for Jacobs. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. The run on 3rd and long, so I guess waving the white flag a little bit.
Yeah, and I think sometimes sometimes teams are so committed to running the football that they'll take a...
And how about this, a fake? Oh, but this is going to backfire as it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And the Commanders are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. Well, sometimes the fake punts work out. They're fun, and you're so smart for doing it. And sometimes, Charles, what happens is an epic fail, and what we just saw was an epic fail. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. No score after one on EA Sports. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. To throw is Wentz. And his throw is incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began, thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. This is caught at the 20. Touchdown, Washington. Logan Thomas, 66 yards. And the Commanders post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Well, the game had been pretty uneventful offensively until that big strike.
No doubt about it. Almost felt like they were just going back and forth a little bit in the first quarter. But in the second quarter, things ramped up a little bit. Things jumped up. And you're exactly right. Going to make a highlight film or two. We'll be watching that one later on today.
Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Amir Abdullah going to take it out of the end zone. And they will be backed up deep. Trouble here as they're going to start this drive at the 6.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
On the ground is Jacobs to start the drive. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Running the toss here to Jacobs. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first. Yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. And he is going to lose yardage here. They called out a loss of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down now. They rally up to stop him at about the 16. Carr to throw for it on 4th down. Trying to get it to Adams, but it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick, and he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, We see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
It's probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
And they got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. Yeah, you got to wait until that ball goes 10 yards. They did not. They hit it before, and that draws the flag every time.
And there's no doubt in my mind that converting an onside kick has never been tougher in the NFL with the new rules. So trying to get it to 10 yards, timing up perfectly, that's tough enough to begin with. But when you go ahead and grab it before it goes, you've got no shot then.
First down. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Throwing on first down is Carr. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
That could have been a huge play, but give the defender credit. Stayed calm, stayed collected, and kept himself in a position to make a play on the ball without a penalty.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, congratulations to them. They come through defensively with another stop. And let's face it, this secondary, they've gone unchallenged so far in the first half.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
What we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And it'll be intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. This is just crazy. He's got 3 interceptions, Charles, and we haven't even departed the first half of this ballgame.
I think if you're looking at the stats right now, you're saying, all right, who's the leading receiver? Well, can you flip it around and say that maybe he is and could be for the game the way that things are going right now? I think if it's him, he wants to be on the field at all times.
Wentz is intercepted yet again. Picked off by Rocky Sin. And the Raiders are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He finds his man, complete. It's Jacobs. And they're going to get this up to midfield. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down. A nice safe throw and a good one.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2 from midfield. Here's Carr. And it's complete to Adams. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A big one there on 3rd down. They hit for 30 yards.
Well, dialing up that play call certainly meant that he grabbed a little extra shot of courage on that one because normally on 3rd and short, you're just trying to move the sticks, get the ball just past that line of scrimmage. Instead, they take the big shot downfield, and it pays off.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. Carr. seconds of the first half. And the Raiders are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now 13-7. Boy, they're down only one score, still first half, but they're going to line up for the onside kick. And this is going to be covered up by Washington. A second quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things, and it won't come back and hurt them later.
Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Raiders are going to have it first, and they trail here as we get back to it in this third quarter of action. Here's Abdullah from his end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, you know, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game, and to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try to cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Throwing his car on third down. Looking deep for Adams. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. They'll go for it. It's Carr. It's tipped, but it doesn't matter. He still catches it. And he is going to have a Raiders first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Running straight ahead is Jacobs, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. 3rd down and 9. Throwing now is Carr. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Curl. And the Commanders are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And they're going to be set up in the red zone at the 15. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got him.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. It's Tariq Castro Fields who picked it, and the Commanders are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. So a nice play defensively by the rookie coming up with the INT.
And that's a late-round pick right there, making a first-round impact. And a lot of these day 3 corners end up winding up on special teams and sub-packages and even on the practice squad. But he's really made an impact on this defense, and he comes up with the interception there.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And down he goes, brought down a Raiders sack. Throwing on 2nd and long. Wentz, Samuel bringing in the slant. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And he is going to lose yardage here. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Now Wentz. Flushed out right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Max Crosby blowing up the play and getting the sack. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
Able to connect with Dotson. Touchdown, Washington. I think it's fair to say that there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
And the final clock, and he's going to go down. Can't get rid of it, so a sack on the 2-point try. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Here's Abdullah from his end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where
he's got a man complete. The 20. Touchdown Raiders. Darren Waller, 87 yards. And the Raiders are able to get a score back in the final stages of this 3rd quarter. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And this is back to a 5-point game. Still just a 2-score game in the 3rd quarter, but they're going to go onside kick here anyway. And this is going to be covered up by Washington. I know they're down, but starting the 3rd quarter there with the onside kick, what'd you think?
Well, I think that they're looking at it as we may not have as many possessions in this game as we want. There may be that sense and that feel that they've got to go ahead and make something happen. Steal possession, try and steal some points, and get themselves right back in a position to try and win the game.
Wentz now on 1st down. Throw to the right here, taken in by McLaurin. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. 3 quarters have come and gone. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. An ideal spot here to get a 1st down and try to run some more clock. And this is 2nd and less than a yard. On play action, Wentz. Sliding out of the pocket. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
That incompletion certainly makes his upcoming 3rd down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of momentum. The other side is starting to gain.
They'll run with Gibson. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On 1st down, right back to Gibson. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Throwing on 2nd down. Wentz. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Raiders pick it up. Look at this. Middle of the field, a breakaway. zone. It's a fumble return for 6 and a Raider touchdown.
What now?
So after the fumble recovery, it's Carr. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Cameron Curl.
Do you have one of those charts that tells you to go for 2 or go for 1?
I don't. I know you do. But I don't care what the chart says there. You got to kick it, right?
I agree totally, because somewhere something's gonna pop out of the chart and say, hey man, just kick the extra point here. You're in good shape. I think they were chasing points there when they didn't need to.
Yeah, trying to get a little bit greedy, take the lead in the 4th quarter. Now they still trail by 1.
And when you're facing a deficit on the scoreboard, you're just looking for something to get you right back into the game, and that's the spark that they were looking for. They got it with that big return.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Now, the bad news for them, they've seen that cushion they once had totally evaporate, and they're working from behind. The good news, they now have the opportunity to regain the lead right back.
Lefty, lefty.
Wentz now on 1st down. This to McLaurin out on the left side. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
Go, great.
On 2nd down, a run with Gibson. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. Throwing on 1st is Wentz. And boy, another ill-advised throw there, as that will wind up incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. And the question now, can they get closer on 3rd down? A field goal from here, you're looking at right about a 52-yarder. From the gun, it's Wentz. And that will be incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
And it's off the left upright. Oh, my goodness. Heartache. It's no good. And that'll keep this a 1-point game. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. 1 play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Well, I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. On 2nd down, Jacobs. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. And now this defense trying to use the clock to their advantage. They'll take the timeout here with 2:08 left. And then they'll have another stop coming up at the 2-minute warning. Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play. One that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Carr going to go on 4th down. Looking deep for Adams. Less than 2 minutes to play. Down to the wire we go in a 1-point game. It's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And I hate to point to that missed field goal from their last drive, but you look at the scoreboard, they would be in the lead if they had that 3.
Well, no doubt those points or those missed points do loom large, but here they're getting a chance for a makeup, aren't they? Almost like my time in school. I was always begging my teachers for a makeup exam. Here's their opportunity now to put those points on the board.
And every point becoming more vital here in the second half. Now Wentz. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Back to throw. Wentz. He gets it to Thomas. And he'll be brought down at the 27. To throw is Wentz. And it's incomplete, broken up. But there is a flag down. Let's see what that's about. Looked like some hands both ways. They got it on the offense.
Sometimes there's a fine line between being the receiver and the DB, and he knocked that one away. Might have caused an incompletion. It could have been an interception.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. 2nd and 21, a lot of ground to cover. Wentz to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. A couple extra defensive backs out there in the dive, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that down?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You have to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
Now Wentz, gotta have this one. Again, he'll find Samuel for the completion. And unable to break away, they stop him a few yards shy. Well, you feel the excitement build on those 4th down plays. Defense has to stay out there, but for the offense, when that thing doesn't work out, such disappointment.
It can absolutely be a deflator, but how about the defensive guys? If they stop you on 4th down, they are absolutely elevated going to their bench.
They're elevated now. Big stop on 4th down. Carr going to look to throw. Looking deep for Adams. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Cameron Curl. And he will bring this one back. It is a pick 6 for a Washington touchdown. Charles, I'm looking at you, and understandably, your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking?
That's going to be one of the great mysteries, but I do know this. When they went out on offense, I will guarantee they told them, don't just make anticipatory throws. Make sure you see it before you throw it. Didn't happen here.
Trying to protect that lead, and now they gave it up. And they've got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. Yeah, we saw that one up here, CD. Offensive team, they touched that before it went 10 yards.
Obviously, such a fine line, letting it go the required 10 yards, but also getting to it before the hands team can. Just didn't time it out right, and that results in a flag.
Looking deep for Adams, and it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty, and with that, the ball game is over. What a game we were treated to in this one. And on that final play, they had a chance. They had the ball just beyond midfield for one final shot, but couldn't get it done, and they suffered the loss.
Yeah, and you mentioned how they had a chance on that final play, and getting it to midfield gave them that opportunity, hoping they could find their way to the end zone and make that miracle happen. A really good ending to an entertaining contest, though.
Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Los Angeles Rams and the Las Vegas Raiders. And we are underway here in Las Vegas. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll begin on the ground with Akers. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Going right back to Akers. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. Trying to find Cup, but it's intercepted. Anthony Averett picks it. 30, 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back for the score.
And I think that's a signal of how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Well, sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Short kick. One of the up men will take it down. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Stafford here, coming off his pick 6. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Now a 1st down throw. Stafford. And the Raiders have got him. Give that sack to the linebacker, Jayon Brown. Not the start to this one that any quarterback would want or envision. Remember, he had the pick 6, and here he ends up on his backside.
And you have to wonder to yourself, okay, after throwing the pick 6, did he get too careful with the football and not deliver downfield and take that sack? They've got to make sure that he's really into this game. Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he did everything but hold on to him. But a nice play defensively, and now it brings up 4th down. They snap it to Stafford. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Rocky Sin. And the Raiders are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
And he's got some space here. He's at the 30, 10, 5, and he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Early on, they have all facets of the game working in tandem.
Yeah, you get the defensive touchdown early, give you the first score, and then your offense piggybacks on top of that and gets their own. And any coach we've ever talked to, we've had that conversation with prior to the game. They always say, you know, if we can score on defense or special teams, that gives us like a 95% chance of winning the game. I don't know if that number's correct, but it certainly does tend to play out that way, doesn't it?
It does. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Fields the squib kick right around the 30. And solid field position here to start as they get this out to the 40-yard line.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. One first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. After the interception, here's Stafford. And here's another interception, the third of this first quarter. Jonathan Abram picks it. Following the fumble recovery, Carr. It completes it right side to White. And some room to run now. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Carr's throw complete here to Waller. Only able to gain a couple there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now Carr. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Derek Carr, a 10-yard touchdown run. And the Raiders have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Well, still in the first quarter, and look out. I mean, they are on pace for over 80 points in this game. I don't know that they'll get there, CD, but this has been impressive to watch so far.
That certainly would be history in the making, wouldn't it, partner? I'm glad we're here to actually watch and see if it actually happens, although, like you, I have my doubts, but they are firmly in control of this game.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. Kicks it on the ground with a squib, taken around the 28. And solid field position here to start as they get this out to the 40-yard line.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
On 1st and 10, Stafford gets this into the hands of the tight end, Higbee. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. To throw again on 2nd down. Stafford, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. So now Stafford and the Rams after the sack. And they're staring up at a 3rd and long. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it, and oftentimes knock it away.
He'll get this into the hands of Van Jefferson. He will have the conversion and more than that. Touchdown, Rams. Van Jefferson, 37 yards. And the Rams' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
Well, since we don't have a rooting interest in this one, neither one of us want to see this one get out of hand too early. Here we are in the first quarter. That was an important response for them to score already down 21.
to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And some space here. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Jacobs going to try the middle. It was Troy Hill that time in on the tackle. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Here's a handoff to Jacobs running left. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just talking about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
They'll go for it. It's Carr. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by David Long. And the Rams are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They're coming off a touchdown drive. The last time they had the ball, that cut down the lead. Now the defense does their part, got them the football back.
So now maybe with the touchdown they scored previously, plus their defense making that stand up and getting them the ball right back, momentum may be shifting in their favor.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Stafford. That's into the hands of Akers, complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Back to throw, Stafford. That'll be caught. It's Cup. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Stafford's throw pulled in by Robinson here. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. They'll come up on a 2nd and 4 now from the 40-yard line. Throwing is Stafford. Middle of the field to Jefferson. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Stafford hooking up with Akers. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. From the red zone now, Stafford. Touchdown! Van Jefferson with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Rams are able to cut into that deficit.
The Rams will line up for the 2-point conversion.
That's caught. And he'll get in as they're back within his score now. The lead's down to 7. And the formula there on the 2-point try to go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that someone, if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the Plague did on the last one.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 127 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half. Escaping the pressure right. Looking deep for Adams. And this one is incomplete.
Martin, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
A handoff, Jacobs running to the left. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Flush to his right. And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble. He tried to buy some time to the right. So, Charles, when a guy gets out of the pocket, what's the focus of the quarterback?
Most of them keep their eyes downfield. They want to try and make a play throwing the ball. Some of them, they want to tuck it and go. But when they scramble, in this case, as you said, to the right, you're cutting the field in half. So good defenses kind of converge in that spot, and they don't give you much territory to throw the ball. He had nowhere to go with it. Ends up getting the ball stripped.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Carr going to throw. And he'll look downfield for Waller. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Taylor Rapp with a pick. And the Rams will take over here at their own 14-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Over the middle and complete to the tight end, Higbee. 2nd down and 4. To throw is Stafford. Open man, Higbee, the tight end. Stafford to Higbee there. Rams 1st down. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. On 1st down, Stafford here. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Trayvon Merritt. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Now after the INT, it's Carr. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Got a man, it's Darren Waller. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Now Carr. This is caught. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. Is this a punt formation from the red zone? And what in the world? Now they're going to fake it. And that'll be incomplete. But remember, crazy situation here you don't see often. Not 4th down yet, so they will keep possession. So we have reached halftime here in Vegas where the Raiders are on top. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis, operating gun, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the 2nd half is now underway. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in the second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see one or two guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That one good for 26 and a first down. To throw his car. And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. And the Rams are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind. And we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
Line of scrimmage to the 31 now on 1st and 10. On first down, they'll stay with Akers on the ground. Has some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. They'll run on first down with Akers. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Over the middle, that's hauled in by Cup. Touchdown, Rams. Matthew Stafford finding Cooper Kupp for the touchdown there. And the Rams are an extra point away from drawing level. This time, the extra point up and good. And we are tied at 21. So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Third quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10. Play action. Now it's Carr. Looking deep for Adams. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And the Rams are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. Well, his arm strength never an issue, but this one winds up in the wrong hands.
Oh, the coverage here is just terrific because when it's done really well, sometimes you can't distinguish whether it's the receiver or the defensive back the ball's intended for. He actually ran with him in perfect motion and able to make a big-time play.
He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about where they take a good first.
And now here's another interception. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back early in the game when he threw a 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ballgame, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. jet sweep. This is Adams. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
He was taken down by 5 right now. A gain of 2. Brings up second down.
It's a jet sweep. This is Adams. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13.
He was brought down at the 13-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up
second down, Jacobs once more. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The Rams calling on their nickel set here defensively for 3rd down. On play action, it's Carr. They'll roll him out right. He finds his man, complete. That's Jacobs. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. Carlson able to put this one through. And they have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. So he waited on the sideline for his first chance in the ballgame, and it didn't come until the 4th quarter, but he connects there. A big one to give him the lead.
Boy, you talk about coming in cold. I don't care how many times you kick it into a net. You're not really ready when you go out there and all that beef is coming at you trying to block the kick. Big spot, and he delivers. And when you're facing a deficit on the scoreboard, you're just looking for something to get you right back into the game, and that's the spark that they were looking for. They got it with that big return.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. From just shy of midfield, Stafford. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know, what do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
A big play that time on the catch and run. 30 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Stafford looks to throw again. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Touchdown! 4th touchdown pass of the game for Matthew Stafford. And the Rams have taken a 4th quarter lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game.
24. Matt Gay to kick off for Los Angeles.
Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the 4th quarter. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Back to throw here. Looking deep for Adams. And this will be caught at the 30. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. I'll be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the 4th quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. and good. And that gives them a 3-point lead. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Fields the squib kick right around the 30. And solid field position here to start as they get this out to the 40-yard line.
And when you're facing a deficit on the scoreboard, you're just looking for something to get you right back into the game, and that's the spark that they were looking for. They got it with that big return.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. On first down, they'll start out with Akers. They'll get this up to about the 44. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll go again here with Akers. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 53 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. Stafford going to give this to Akers. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. A give running right is Akers. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Stafford on first down. That's complete to his tight end, Higbee. And he'll be brought down at the 27. Throwing again on 2nd down. Stafford, that's caught left side. It's Higbee, the tight end. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. Less than 2 to play with just a field goal separating these two sides. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Now Stafford. This one to the left to Higbee. Touchdown, Rams. Tyler Higbee from 19 yards away. And the Rams have regained the lead. They get one more as the extra point's up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Now Carr. Rolling to his left. And oh, that one nearly intercepted. That would have sealed it. Instead, it'll be 2nd down. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Throwing his Carr. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, now 3rd and 10. And first things first, before you think about marching the ball down the field, you got to move the chains.
You're exactly right. Got to get back into focus here. Get the first down. That's what's vital to them.
Able to connect with Jacobs. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider first down. It's a jet sweep. This is Renfro. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line.
He was brought down at the 45-yard line. A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
It's a jet jet sweep. This is Renfro. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. It's a jet sweep. This is Adams. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. Carr. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and it's going to be a first down. Well done. Carr to throw. Delivering another one here to Darren Waller. He's got it again. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the fourth. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. That's a jet sweep. This is Adams. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. It's an interception returned for a Rams touchdown. Well, partner, this defense now with multiple interceptions in this game, but this time they say turnabout is fair play because, remember, they had a pick 6 on the other side, and now they get a pick 6 of their own.
Yeah, they actually added to some of their nice play throughout this ball game. A good effort by them to secure another interception on this one. A better effort to take it all the way back for 6. And how about an exceptional effort to match the opposition's pick 6 from earlier in this game?
And they turned the pick 6 into a pick 8 with that 2-point conversion.
I love how you upsell. That is outstanding right there. What a big-time play. Big switch in how this game was going, and then they capitalized with a little bit on top.
Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. One final try now for Carr. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Taylor Rapp with a pick. And the Rams come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. Well, partner, under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And, Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere, where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up and they show out.
over on TV.